Yo, what's up, guys? It's Wonko today, bringing at you a video where I rank body parts. Alright, starting off with the arm. The thing about the arm is it's very useful overall, but generally the only use it provides is that it's attached to your hand. Without your hand, your arm is just a limb. And really, limbs are still pretty useful. So that reason I don't think it deserves S tier, but it definitely deserves A tier at the very least. Next up, the brain. Hot early. The brain is literally the most useful thing in your entire body. There is nothing else more useful in your brain. Us humans, don't even know what's going on in our brains. That's how complicated it is. It's like 25 kilometers of supercomputer all condensed into like a foot. It's so useful. It's gonna be S tier. Ear. The thing about the ear is it's super useful for sure, right? It allows us to hear things and know where we are when we cannot see. If we're in a dark room, our ear is going to be way more useful than our eyes, and it allows us to understand communication. For that reason, I think it definitely deserves an A tier spot, but it's not quite S tier. I'll tell you why, because it's useful enough on its own, but in the sense of preferred senses in the world, your ear doesn't quite meet the highest expectations. For that reason, it's going to be A tier. Now the eyes, it's easy S tier. Eyes literally does so much for you. It lets you just see the world. I mean, it's beautiful. Without your eyes, people take this for granted all the time. Your eyes allow you to do so much. Nobody understands the capability of your eyes. Something so simple, something that seems so basic, just attached to your head, allowing you to achieve countless things, getting you a scope of your surroundings to simply just deserves a spot in S tier. Magnificent. Now, next up, the fingers. Now, the thing about fingers is, fingers has various uses, obviously, right? We all know. But the thing about fingers is we have 10 fingers. So realistically, we could live life with only 8. We don't need all 10. But still, they're very useful. Like, our fingers allow us to grab stuff and move them around and, you know, even this mouse here, I mean, without my fingers, I wouldn't be able to make this video.
Are you sure?
I guess I could, but it would be a lot more difficult. A lot more unnecessarily difficult. For that reason, I think fingers deserves a high spot in A tier. It's not S tier because it's not super useful as its own self. Fingers, there's 10 of them. They work together. One finger on its own is basically useless. You can just point with it. Right? I can't grab anything. I guess I could grab, uh, maybe I can't even grab a pen with one finger. For that reason, it deserves A tier. It's still very useful, but it's not perfect, which is S tier. Next up, the foot. Foot is honestly, like, call me crazy, the foot is perfect, and don't pin that to me. I'm not weird. I'm not a weird guy. The foot just allows you to do so much. You can run, jump, it allows you to just be anywhere you want. Without your feet, you'd be just dwindled to like one town. Like, I guess you could roll around in a wheelchair, but like, that's unrealistic. I'm talking about the body. The foot is the life, the method. Without your foot, you have to roll around unconventionally. The most conventional method of transportation is walking, and your foot enables you to walk. That reason deserves easy S tier, not even close. Hair. Hair. The thing about hair is it's practically not very useful. Only practical use of hair is it cools you down a little bit. But generally, most of us live in warmer climates. Unless you're living in Finland. If you live in Finland, I'd say hair is B tier. But since odds say you don't live in Finland, hair isn't as useful. Hair in itself just cools you down. But there is another bonus to hair. It's aesthetically pleasing. If you have a nice beard, nice hair, odds say it boosts your charisma up quite a bit. For that reason, I would probably put hair in D tier because keeping you warm is useful, but it's not super duper useful. But with the aesthetically pleasing aspect to hair, it deserves a C tier at least. Next up, the hand. The hand is literally amazing. Call me crazy, but without your hands, without your sense of touch, people take this for granted all the time. Your hands allow you to do so many things. They allow you to type, write, to point, to grab, even to shake someone's hand, to high five, to show gratitude with a hug. Hands allow you to do what nothing else could, for the exception of your brain and your eyes and your foot. Maybe not. No. And your heart. That'll come up later. Your hands literally make us who we are. Like, without your hands, like, I couldn't grab books. I wouldn't be able to hold this up. I wouldn't be able to open it. I wouldn't be able to consume knowledge. I couldn't consume knowledge without my hand. I wouldn't be able to brush my teeth. Hands are so useful. Such easily gonna be S tier. Ahead of the eye. Heart. Our heart, arguably even better than our hand. Without our heart, we wouldn't be able to breathe. We wouldn't be able to move. We would just be stationary. We wouldn't even exist without our heart. For that reason, the heart deserves easily S tier. There's no other explanation needed. It's better than the hand, because without our heart, our hand wouldn't work. Without our brain, our heart wouldn't work. See what I'm getting here? The chain reaction. It's just magnificent. Next up, our leg. Next up, the leg. The leg is super, super useful. Obviously, though, the problem what I see with the leg is that without the foot, the leg's useless, but vice versa as well. The leg is generally more useful than the foot, because the leg in it of itself allows you to converse more than the foot. For that reason, I think the leg deserves S tier above the foot, because simply the leg on its own, you could limp around without a foot. It'd be impractical, but you couldn't limp around without a leg. The reason it's better than the foot. The nose. The nose is literally terrible. Literally, it's the worst thing. But the only saving grace of the nose is it allows you to breathe oxygen at an efficient level. And the problem with this nose thing is it allows you to smell nasty things. The nose it just brings terrible memories to your life. When someone farts, just sniff it all up, and it's just awful. For that reason, I put it in F tier. But since it allows you to breathe at an efficient level, the nose belongs in D tier. Next up, the shoulder. The thing about the shoulder is it's very, very practical. It allows you to move your arm in and of itself, thus move your hand and your fingers. So your shoulder is basically your catalyst for your arm. Without your shoulder, your arm is useless and all that nonsense. But really, it's just, you have to have something there anyways, right? The shoulder does a good job, definitely. The shoulder is very useful. But honestly, the shoulder is just a catalyst for your arm and your hand and your fingers. I think the shoulder deserves B tier. Hear me out. The shoulder is in B tier because, only because, in and of itself, it's not very useful. Only use applied to the shoulder is it's connected to your arm and your hand. The reason it deserves B tier. The skin. Similar reason here. The skin is very useful because it basically defends your entire system with a layer of protection. For that reason, it deserves above B tier, maybe in B tier. Let's go. But the thing about the skin, it does defend who you are. It defends your organs, everything. But it's such easily breakable and all that nonsense that it doesn't deserve to be A tier. I think the skin deserves B tier. Next up, we got the skull. Now, the skull is very useful. I would say it's probably the most useful bone that we have, because without your skull, you're dead. If you trip and fall once, your brain turns to mush and you're done. Your skull defends your everything. It's like the guardian to your most valuable thing. It's like guarding a nickel with Shaquille O'Neal. That's how much badass the skull is. You're not getting that nickel. You're not able to get that nickel because Shaquille O'Neal is there. And that's what your skull is. Your skull is just, it's so useful and it's so sturdy. I could bang my head on the wall. Yeah, sure, my brain would get hurt, a little bit, but I trust my skull enough to where it doesn't get seriously damaged. Therefore, it's going to be an S tier easily. Next up, your teeth. Now, your teeth are very, very useful. They allow us to chew things and digest and eat, right? For that reason, it definitely deserves above B tier. But the thing is, you don't essentially need your teeth fully. Your teeth aren't super duper essential to your life. You could have an all soup diet and all that nonsense or whatever, but teeth are also aesthetically pleasing, and some of us love eating. Some of us too much. So for that reason, teeth definitely deserves to be A tier. I've put it below the ear. Tongue. The thing about the tongue is it allows us to communicate with each other. The tongue is a source of speech and taste, and etc. etc. For that reason, the tongue deserves to be at least on par with the ear. But since it's the sense of taste isn't as valuable as the sense of hearing, but communication is definitely more valuable, and the ear would be negligible without your tongue. For that reason, the tongue deserves a good spot in A tier. Anyway, my name is Wonko. Thanks for watching, and hope y'all have a great day.